from Soldier Field. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man who, I can't understand why, decided not to work with Charles Davis in the booth. Back for another go, it's Jay Cutler.
11 previous seasons in the NFL, just one playoff appearance despite a right arm that is the envy of all quarterbacks in the league. I think this is an opportunity for him to rewrite his legacy. One more go in the NFL. And maybe people look at him in a different light.
What'd you say to scare him out of the booth and back onto the field? That's what I want to know.
I just told him it's a lot easier playing quarterback than being a broadcaster. For some reason, he bought it.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
The Atlanta Falcons defense of 2016 was ranked 25th. But don't get caught up in the numbers. The last 8 or 9 games of the season, things really started to click for head coach Dan Quinn, who really ran that defense based on what he had run in Seattle. And it really is predicated on speed, speed, speed. Every level of the defense. And Vic Beasley, their outside linebacker in his second season, had 15.5 sacks and 6 forced fumbles, both which led the league.
Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Cutler. That's complete to Meredith. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal. And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond, as you just noted. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss. We're only in the 1st quarter. Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle. And Barth puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points. Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Cutler will throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here now come the Falcons. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tomahawley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. For the Bears, as their offense takes the field, I guess you figure last season was kind of rock bottom, Charles. They finished 3-13, tying a franchise record for losses in a year. They used 3 different starting QBs and were last in the NFC North for the 3rd straight season. So where does the optimism come from this year?
That's what the Bears fans are asking themselves, because they are a defensive-minded group of people, right? They love their heroes that stop other people from scoring. And I thought that's where they were headed in the...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, 79 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense, as they head back out there, Charles, what can this unit do for an encore? When you look at 2016, they scored 540 points, 71 more than anybody else in the league. So those are big shoes to fill.
They certainly are. While they'll have a different play caller in 2017, they still have Matt Ryan at quarterback, who was the NFL's MVP last year, had a phenomenal season. And with his work ethic, he expects to be even better as he continues to move forward. Still have Julio Jones to throw the ball to, two-headed monster at running back. They feel great about offense. And they got better on defense as the year went along last year and actually drafted another pass rusher, Takk McKinley, out of UCLA. For them, the encore is getting back to the Super Bowl and winning it this time. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. And even 40 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Now a handoff looking right. Able to power through. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him. Because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now it's Cutler, and he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. Plenty of scoring here already. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They go play action now. Cutler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Here we go now.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down. Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 2nd down, Cutler. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. You know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Jermaine Kearse off to a big start catching the football in that one. Up over 100 yards already. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control. Because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And now here's a carry heading left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 33 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes Jay Cutler now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Cutler leaves for Howard on the draw. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our 1st half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Let's go!
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw, and he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a 2nd down.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. You give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Falcons on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Move, 58.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake. Here's Cutler. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Bears are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Falcons have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Falcons open up on offense. knocks the defender away with a stiff arm, and a quick three-play drive ends with a score. Falcons with the ball midway through one. It's going to be a run play here, and this four-play drive goes for a touchdown. The Falcons push their lead to 11. First and 10, the catch will be made deep down the field, and after the long pass, he'll score. Falcons with the ball, end of the first. Bears trail now by 4. Here the pass will be completed into coverage. Continuing on the drive, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. They'll go with the run here, and he'll score his third touchdown of the half. Third down from inside the 40. The lead now at 11. Jones has got the reception. Ends up working for a touchdown. The Falcons go up by 18.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Worth noting, the largest deficit the Bears have ever overcome in their long history, 20 points against the Cardinals in 06. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. Throwing here, Cutler. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, Cutler. And incomplete here on third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They're going to look to throw. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he shifts past him. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, Cutler. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bears on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. That's complete to Meredith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won a state title at Heritage Hills High School in southern Indiana.
Where in southern Indiana, though?
Well, he's born in Santa Claus. How about that?
That's pretty strong right there.
Nearby to my hometown of Evansville. Bet you've never been there, have you?
I have not been there, but I'm looking forward to being invited for a holiday cheer.
You're invited. Put that on your bucket list.
Thank you.
Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tomahawk from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. On the return, Hester. And now running right through it. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
As they run left side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
And a give this time to the tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bears take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. John Fox displeased at how that turned out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
He can run for it, and he will. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. On first down, they're going option left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Let's go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons add on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now Cutler on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue line.
From midfield now, here's Cutler. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll throw on first down with Cutler. Caught left side, Bennett. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And Bart puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, 1 broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for hoop. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You've got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Atlanta, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.